Dandava Pranam. Namaste. All glories to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Antya Lila, Chapter 16, Text 98. Krishneraye bhuktasesha tarafela nama tara ekalavaye payasei bhagyavan. Remnants left by Krishna are called Fela. Anyone who obtains even a small portion must be considered very fortunate. Samanya bhagya hoite tara prapti nahi haya Krishnera yante purna kripa setaha paya. One who is only ordinarily fortunate cannot obtain such mercy. Only persons who have the full mercy of Krishna can receive such remnants. Sukriti sabde kahe Krishna kripahe tu punya seilyan rahaya fela paya seidanya. The word Sukriti refers to pious activities performed by the mercy of Krishna. One who is fortunate enough to obtain such mercy receives the remnants of the Lord's food and thus becomes glorious. Itaboli prabhuta sabare vidhaya dilam upala boga dekiya prabhuni javasa aila. After saying this, Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu bade farewell to the servants after seeing the next offering of food to Lord Jagannath, a function known as Upala Bhog. He returned to his own quarters. Madhyana Kariya Kaila Bhiksha Nirvahana Krishnadhara Mita Sada Antare Smarana. After finishing his noon duties, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu ate his lunch, but he constantly remembered the remnants of Krishna's food. Bhaya kritya karena preme gara gara mana kaste samvarana karena avesha sagana. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu performed his external activities, but his mind was filled with ecstatic love. With great difficulty, he tried to restrain his mind, but it would always be overwhelmed by very deep ecstasy. Sandhya kritya karipuna nijagana sange nibrite vasila nana Krishna kata range. After finishing his evening duties, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu sat down with his personal associates in a secluded place and discussed the pastimes of Krishna in great jubilation. Prabhura ingite govinda prashada anila puri bharatire prabhu kichu pataila. Following the indications of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Govinda brought the prasadam of Lord Jagannath. The Lord sent some to Paramananda Puri and Brahmananda Bharati. Ramananda Sarvabhoma Svarupadi Gane Sabhare Prashada Dila Kariya Vantane. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu then gave shares of the prasadam to Ramananda Roy, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Swarup Damodar Goswami, and all the other devotees. Prashadera Sorabhya Madhurya Kari Asvadhana Alokika Asvade Sabara Vishmita Hailamana. As they tasted the uncommon sweetness and fragrance of the prasadam, everyone's mind was struck with wonder. Text 108 through 109. Prabhu kahe ehi sabahaya prakrita dravya aikshava karpura maricha elaka lavanga ghavya rasavasa gudhatvaka adiyata sabha prakrita vastura svada sabharanubhava. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu said, "These ingredients such as sugar, camphor, black pepper, cardamom, cloves, butter, spices, and licorice are all material. Everyone has tasted these material substances before." Purport. The word prakrita refers to things tasted for sense gratification of the conditioned soul. Such things are limited by material laws. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to make the point that material things have already been experienced by materially absorbed persons who are interested only in sense gratification. Sei dravye etasvada gandha lokatita asvada karyadeka sabara pratita. However, the Lord continued, "In these ingredients there are extraordinary tastes and uncommon fragrances. Just taste them and see the difference in the experience." Asvada dure rahu yara gandhe mate mana apana vina anya madhurya karaya vismarana. Apart from the taste, even the fragrance pleases the mind and makes one forget any other sweetness besides its own. Tate ehi dravye Kṛṣṇa dhara sparsha haila adhare raguna sabha ihate sancharila. Therefore, it is to be understood that the spiritual nectar of Krishna's lips has touched these ordinary ingredients and transferred to them all their spiritual qualities. Since everyone had previously tasted these ingredients, why had they become extraordinary and spiritually delicious? This was proof that food, prasadam, becomes uncommonly flavorful and delicious by touching Krishna's lips. Alokika gandhasvada anya vishmarana mahamadakahaya ei Krishna dhare raguna. A fragrance and taste that are uncommon and greatly enhancing and are greatly enchanting and that make one forget all other experiences are attributes of Krishna's lips. Aneka sukrite iha nache samprapapti sabe ei asvada karakari mahabhakti. This prasadam has been made available only as a result of many pious activities. Now taste it with great faith and devotion. Haridvani kari sabe kaila asvadana asvadite preme mata haila sabaramana. Loudly chanting the holy name of Hari, all of them tasted the prasadam. As they tasted it, their minds became mad in the ecstasy of love. Premhaveshe Mahāprabhu Yabe Agyadila Ramananda Raya Shloka Padite Lagila. In ecstatic love, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Ramananda Roy to recite some verses. Thus Ramananda Roy spoke as follows. Text 117. Surata Vardhanam Surata Vardhanam Soka Nasanam Svarita Venuna Shushtu Kumbitam Itara Raga Vishma Ranam Nurinam Vitara Viranaste Dharamritam. O hero of charity, please deliver unto us the nectar of your lips. That nectar increases lusty desires for enjoyment and diminishes lamentation in the material world. Kindly give us the nectar of your lips, which are touched by your transcendentally vibrating flute. For that nectar makes all human beings forget all other attachments. This is a quote from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.31.14. Shlokasuni Mahaprabhu Mahatushtahaila Radhara Utkanta Shloka Padite Lagila. Upon hearing Ramananda Roy quote this verse, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu was very satisfied. Then he recited the following verse, which had been spoken by Srimati Radharani in great anxiety. Vrajatula Kulanganetara Rasali Trishnahara Pradivyad Adharamrita Sukruti Labhya Fela Lavaha Sudhajid Ahivalika Sudalavitika Charvita Samemadhana Mohana Saki Tanoti Jivasfuram. My dear friend, all the surpassing nectar from the lips of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kṛṣṇa, can be obtained only after many, many pious activities. For the beautiful gopis of Vrindavan, that nectar vanquishes the desire for all other tastes. Madana Mohan always chews pan that surpasses the nectar of heaven. He is certainly increasing the desires of my tongue. This verse is found in Govinda Lilamrita 8.8. Itako hi Gora Prabhu Bhavavishtahana Duishlokera Artakare Pralapakariya. After saying this, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu was overwhelmed by ecstatic loving emotions. Talking like a madman, he began to explain the meaning of the two verses. Tanumana Karayakshoba Badaya Surata Lopa Harsha Shokadi Paravinashaya Pasaraya Anyarasa Jagat Kare Atmavasa Laja Dharma Darya Kare Chaya Nagara Suna Tomara Adhara Charita Mataya Nari Ramana Jiva Kare Akarshana charite sabhaviparita. My dear lover, Lord Chaitanya said in the mood of Srimati Radharani, let me describe some of the characteristics of your transcendental lips. They agitate the mind and the body of everyone. They increase lusty desires for enjoyment. They destroy the burden of material happiness and lamentation, and they make one forget all material tastes. The whole world falls under their control. They vanquish shame, religion, and patience, especially in women. Indeed, they inspire madness in the minds of all women. Your lips increase the greed of the tongue and thus attract it. Considering all this, we see that the activities of your transcendental lips are always paradoxical. Text 123. Achukanarirākāya kahite vasihelaja tumhara adharabada dristaraya purushe kare akarshana apana piyoite mana anyarasa sabapasaraya. My dear Krishna, since you are a male, it is not very extraordinary that the attraction of your lips can disturb the minds of women. But I am ashamed to say that your impudent lips sometimes attract even your flute, which is also considered a male. It likes to drink the nectar of your lips, and thus it also forgets all other tastes. Thus ends our reading for today. All glories to the assembled devotees, Bhaktivinoda ki jai. All glories to Om Vishnu Pad, Shripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai. All glories to Om Vishnu Pad, Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj ki jai. All glories to Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. All glories to Giri Govardhan Dham ki jai. Jai Shripad Bhakti Nishkam Shanta Maharaj ki jai. Jai Shripad Bhakti Vigyan Muni Maharaj ki jai. Nitai Gora Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.